Hello everybody, welcome back to another video right here with Chris G. So today I just wanted to make a video really quick about why I chose why I'm choosing to use watercolor as my main medium to produce art at the moment. So while I'm doing that, I decided it would be nice just to flip through some old sketchbooks that I have sitting around, and I got a couple of them. And I really just thought about it because I'm about to finish another sketchbook, and I'm notorious for not finishing sketchbooks. So I only started finishing sketchbooks like last year, and I have a lot more that I didn't finish, but I finished 2 of them, so we're gonna look at them today and as I talk about it. The reason why I started to do watercolor, first of all, let's start with this. So before I started watercolor, I was into, and I still am, not was, but inks, right? Just using ink, black and whites, ink sketches, and also using like Copic marker and stuff like that. So this is where I feel most comfortable, is doing ink sketches, because it's, something that I feel good when I do. So these are all mostly going to be ink and also Copic marker, and a lot of people and anime, which is what I was into. So this is like this is Erykah Badu. If you don't know about her, Google her, check her out. Her music's dope. And these are from 2 years ago. These are 2 years ago. Oh yeah, there's the date right there. 11/27/15. November 27th, 1915, Badu. So these were all sketches. Like I said, I use mostly just pen and ink. This is Princess Mononoke. If you don't know about this, now you really need to go check out Princess Mononoke. It's a great anime movie. This is actually when I first had just got into using Copic markers. So I had just gotten my cool grays and warm grays, and I wanted to test them out. So I decided to do some anime, like some manga pieces. This is Kakashi Sensei from Naruto, which just ended. By the way, by the time you're seeing this, Naruto has ended. I think it has like 300 episodes or something like that, 300 or more, just ridiculously long. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, this one, Trigun. Again, all of these are mostly manga. When I first started, this is actually what's her name? I'm sorry, I can't remember her name right now, and I feel terrible. But when I started doing art, the reason that I started drawing in the first place was because of Dragon Ball Z. Period, point blank. Period. I mean, I was drawing before Dragon Ball Z, but what really made me interested and wanted to continue like just drawing all the time was Dragon Ball Z, just because I thought it was so amazing and the art was so great. So I really just had to keep drawing, and of course, like old sketches, all Dragon Ball Z characters. So that Dragon Ball Z fixation turned into an anime fixation, and then I was, just redrawing characters from different anime shows. I forgot what I was just saying because I had to stop the video. But getting back into it, these next sketches, I think I was saying something about these next sketches. These next sketches are of my friends, and like I said, I like to go on the Instagram and just grab people off the internet and sketch them. And I was just thinking one day, hey, why don't I use my friends and try to, put together a series of friends of mine and just do little small portraits of them. So that's where these come along. And these are my friends from back at home. These sketches are small sketches, and they don't take a long time to do. But this is just kind of what I like to do for fun. It's really entertaining just to draw people, and drawing people for me is a lot easier than like now I'm doing the urban sketching thing, and I'm trying to do like people in motion, and more so actually going out and drawing on location, and I think that is more difficult for me, which is why I'm really kind of enjoying the process of doing it, is because I'm kind of getting into an area that I'm not accustomed to being in. Because stuff like this is for me, it's less difficult than going outside and trying to sketch. Because these are already two-dimensional. These are pictures that have already been taken, that are already flat, and all I have to do is just, draw the picture and kind of do my own thing on it and put it in this black and white style. So that's one sketchbook, and this is up to November 26th. So I did all of these in like a week or within a month. Yeah. This whole sketchbook, I finished that within a month. So that's one. If the video's skipping around, it's because my camera keeps falling and I gotta cut the video. Yeah. All right, so moving into this one. Again, this is gonna be manga characters. So if this is Uzumaki, Naruto Uzumaki. And some of these sketches I do plan on recreating on a larger scale, i.e. this one. So again, these are this sketchbook I wanted to try to play with focusing on like black and white and then splashing color onto the black and white. So here are some of those. Some of those sketches, and again, all of these are with Copic marker, and mostly like my Pentel pocket brush pen, and I also use like this as well, a pigment brush pen, which is pretty much the same as the pocket brush pen. These two right here. The brush size is bigger on this one than it is on this one. But those are the materials that I used on pretty much all of these. Yeah, so if you go back, especially if you see my Instagram page, if you go down my Instagram page, you'll start to run into these sketches that I have done from. This is 2016. This is July 18th, 2016. So the point of this video, I done talked for probably about like 10 minutes now, and I haven't said anything about the point of this video. The reason why I'm moving from doing this type of like just ink, black and white. Oh, I didn't finish this sketchbook. It's one extra page again. But the reason I'm moving from doing like, this black and white style with color and using ink and Copics is just because personally, these are some of my favorite sketches. But personally, I enjoy Copic marker, I really do, and I enjoy ink. But the one thing that I've been chasing with both of these is trying to find that watercolor style. I just didn't know that watercolor was where I wanted to be. It just didn't hit me that I needed to try watercolor. But I feel like if you can see, I was using a brush pen on both of these. And then I like to use like this dry brush stroke, which is, techniques that you would use in watercolor as well. And also with the Copic marker, the reason that I like Copic marker so much is because of the how pigment the colors are, and then also the liquid looking transitions in colors, I guess you could say, like how smoothly the colors blend together, and how you can really transition colors into each other and mix colors on paper and stuff like that, and you really get some cool effects with Copic markers. And then it hit me. Actually, I don't even know how it hit me. I don't know. I can't really think of the exact reason why I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do watercolor. I think at the beginning of this year, that's what it was. At the beginning of this year, I just told myself, I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna do watercolor. And I went out and I bought this watercolor palette of, almost, it's just a chalky watercolor that's like $3. I bought it and I was like, I'm gonna start watercolor this year. My goal is to get into watercolor. And I've been doing it ever since, and I've been liking it because it has been giving me the things that I like about using ink and the things that I like about using this Copic marker ink all into one. And I can kind of mix everything together and work it out. I haven't done portraits with watercolor yet because, again, with the watercolor, I felt like I wanted to take the time to try something new, and that is urban sketching. I've never really been drawing like buildings and stuff like that hasn't been my strong suit. But drawing like architecture, let me put it like that, drawing architectures type stuff, and drawing like figures in motion and all of those type of things and cars and stuff like that, it hasn't been my strong suit. This is what I feel the best doing, and it's the easiest for me, is drawing people. I got a couple more I'll flip through. This is these are from this year, I think. Some more like of course, test paper. You always got to test with your Copic markers. Yeah, these are all from last year as well. This is 2010. So, I mean, what do you think? How did you start your art? Like, how did you get into art? And what's your motivation when you're doing your art? What motivates you to keep going? And what are some new things that you're trying with your art, especially like this year? It's only the first quarter of this year. So what's new with your art? Again, like I said, this is manga style. And these are all ink and Copics. See, I really like the way that Copic markers, some of the things that you can do with Copics. Again, this is one of my favorite movies, Akira. If you haven't seen the movie, the animation in it is just mind-blowing. I mean, the movie was made in like 89 or 88 or something like that, but you can put it up against anime, manga movies that are made this year, and the art in this movie and the animation in this movie would still be ahead of some of them. This is one of my favorite movies, and this is actually just a frame out of the movie that I drew. And this is that's not completed. That was just a sketch that I didn't get to. This sketchbook is not complete. This is another anime movie, great movie, The Boy and the Beast. Not Beauty and the Beast, don't get it mixed up. This is The Boy and the Beast, and The Boy and the Beast is a really good movie. Check that out. This is from Cowboy Bebop, another great manga movie. Now this one is actually in watercolor. This is not a Copic sketch. This is watercolor, and it's watercolor and water-based ink. So what happened was I went to go put watercolor on this sketch, and I didn't know that the ink on this sketch wasn't waterproof. So these grays, the grays in the sketch, and also like the muted tones, are because I used, I just work with what I had. So the ink wanted to run, so I used it, and I kind of muted all the colors down and came out with this type of setup. This is just, I was just kind of playing around one day, some grays and blacks. And then last but not least, it's my guy Brock. And I know you know who Brock is. If you ever seen Pokemon in your life, you know who Brock is. So some figure designs. It's for a friend of mine. Yeah. So that's the end of this video. I'm not gonna hold up the video anymore. It's a long video already. So again, if you're still with me, I really appreciate it. And soon I'll be making a video about my watercolor sketchbook that I'm about to finish. If you haven't seen the first video that I put up with some of my early watercolor sketches, I'll link that in the description down below. Make sure you check that out. I'll be finishing that notebook soon, and then I'll post the video of the entire notebook completed. The one in the description is just a couple of pages in the notebook that I finished off. So that's coming up soon. Also video blogs. I'm gonna be making more art vlogs. If you haven't seen that video, check it out in the description. At the moment, I'm kind of having some difficulties with the sound, so hopefully by the time that you click on the video, everything will be resolved. And in the comments down below, leave a comment and talk to me about how you started your art and how you ended up in the medium that you're working with right now. Like, did you start in the medium that you're using right now? Is that the medium that you started in? Do you use it because you feel most comfortable, or is it the most challenging? Is that the reason why you're using it? And if you have any questions about my art, drop that comment down below as well, and I'll be sure to get back with you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, please. That always helps out the channel. It's a new channel, so we're trying to grow. And make sure you stay tuned for the new vlog. It's another vlog coming up soon, and I'll be answering a lot of questions that you all have been leaving down in the comments. And I hope you stay with me. All right, that's the end of this video. It's getting kind of long. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed looking through these old sketchbooks. And it's always good to keep your sketchbooks around. So no matter if you become like a world famous artist, because you have the potential to be world famous. If you make it that far, always hold on to your old sketchbooks, and then you'll be able to look back and say, man, I remember doing this, or I remember doing that, and I've really come a long way. So I'm off my deep piece. So thank you for watching. Y'all stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.